Vision, we are an unusual couple. We don't have a song or even wedding rings.
Well, we could rather do that. I do. Do you?
I do.
Talk to me a little bit about, Vision. Vision was sort of gone, and now Vision's back, and that's really cool, and we're all excited to see that. What did you think when they came to you with this idea of having Wanda and Vision living out their suburban dreams?
Well, I love the idea. Initially, what had just happened was, I've been killed twice in Infinity War, and my contract was up. So, and then I got a call from the boss, and at that point, you think, I know what this call's about. And the boss said, "Can you come in and see me in the office?" So I was convinced I was getting the can, and I didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. So I went in and I went, "Look, I get it. I thank you so much. It's been a great run." And they went, "Wait, are you quitting?" And I went, "No, are you firing me?" And they went, "No, we're going to pitch you a TV show." And I went, "Oh, great, I'm in." And so that was kind of how it went, really. And I thought the idea for the TV show was so utterly bonkers that I was just really excited. It's been such an explosion of creativity.
You said utterly bonkers. I would categorize this as weird, mysterious, funny. How would you categorize this for someone who's, not a fan of the MCU, knows nothing about Marvel, but I think there's a lot here that people can really dig into.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably more useful to categorize it for Marvel fans, really, but I hear you. I think that my hope is that it brings in a lot of new fans because of the sort of nostalgia for different eras of television. But also, I think it's going to be really satisfying for the dyed-in-the-wool Marvel fans. I think you're going to be able to see so much further into the future as far as the way the MCU is headed, and also see the MCU in a whole new light. I mean, of course, you've seen 3 episodes. It is worth pointing out that the TV show has more special effects requirements in it than Endgame. So we are headed somewhere massive and epic and familiar to Marvel fans.
What can you tell us as a way of teasing it? I mean, we still don't know after 3 episodes who the villain is, what the end game of that villain is. So what can you tell us about the antagonist and the villain of WandaVision?
I'm afraid I can't tell you anything. What I can tell you is that WandaVision, 2 superpowered individuals that we've grown to know and hopefully love over the last few years, have found themselves in a sort of idyllic 1950s American suburbia in black and white. And they realize that they're in some sort of black and white sitcom, and that the next thing they realize is that they're beginning to hurtle through the American century decade by decade at breakneck speed, week by week, episode by episode. And at some point, Vision begins to think, there's got to be something wrong going on in this town. And sure enough, there is. And he decides to investigate.
I've talked to a lot of people in the Marvel movies, but I've never asked any of them, what they like most about their character. So what do you like most about Vision? Because Vision has kind of been this, you as Jarvis, but then also Vision, this sort of beating heart of the Marvel MCU universe.
There are a couple of things I really love about him. One is he's always becoming. He's always becoming something else. We watch him born. I doubt that's ever going to happen to me again on screen, being birthed. And he's sort of He's naive, but he's also omnipotent. And then by Civil War, we see that he's fully on this journey to try and understand humanity and get his head around this whole love thing. What the hell's going on there? And then by Infinity War, he's arguably the most human of all the characters, which is the irony of him, being an android. And so he's always a little bit of Jarvis, a little bit of Ultron, a little bit of Tony Stark, and now we're just chucking in a little bit of Dick Van Dyke in there. And who could argue with that?
Did they give you a list of things to watch? Sitcoms here, brush up on these. This is kind of the style we're going for. This is sort of the tone we're going for.
Oh, it was very specific. There are cultural touchstones for each of the episodes. Yes,
those characters have Wanda and Vision. They've been around for a very long time. How much does the show draw on their comic book storylines?
Well, that's a really good question. It's, when Kevin and Louis D'Esposito originally pitched it to me, the addition was sitcoms, but it was very much a mashup between, there's a really great Vision sequence of stories called The Visions, and it's sort of the Vision in suburbia with trying to create a family, and The House of M, and it's quite an interesting mashup between that with sitcoms thrown in.
Okay, so
it's not fair because the sitcoms. I don't want to mislead anybody. There is nothing arbitrary about the fact that they are sitcoms. All will be revealed. Trust in Kevin.
Okay, controversial question. Which is your favorite Marvel movie?
Right now, the thing that I'm most in love with, maybe it's because it's the new shiny object, but it's definitely WandaVision. I've seen it, and I think it's really, extraordinary. And I say that not because I'm in it, because my dear friend Jess Hall, with whom he's a DP, with whom I've made 3 or 4 movies, is the director of photography, and it's an extraordinary thing that he's done. Is really rendering all of these different genres. The set and costume design is exquisite. I mean, everybody was just exploding creatively. Jack Schaefer's writing is just fantastic. Matt Shakman, who has directed the hell out of it. I am so proud to be a part of what they have done.